In this video, I'll be showing you guys the best scalping strategy I have found for small trading accounts. Now, by a small account, I mean a low amount of initial capital, which is how much money you're trading with. Of course, I'll be backtesting this strategy like all my videos, and I'll be using an account size of just $100 US. Alright, let's jump into TradingView. So we're here on a USD JPY chart on a 5-minute time frame. You can use almost any time frame you want, as long as the market you're trading on has high daily volume, like major forex pairs, big cryptocurrencies, and so on. Okay, let's add our first indicator to the chart. Heading up to the top of your chart, you can select the Indicators tab. Then search for Madrid Moving Average Ribbon, and it's this one right here by Madrid. Now once you have the indicator on your chart, it should look something like this. Okay, time for our second indicator. So again, going to the Indicators tab and searching for Super Trend. Make sure you select this one under the community scripts and not the generic one. Alright, with our two indicators added, our setup is now complete. I'm just going to explain how these indicators work before jumping into the rules. So for our first indicator, the Madrid Moving Average Ribbon, we're going to be using it to determine the market trend direction. Essentially, all we need to know is when the indicator is green, it's a strong uptrend, and when it's red, it's a strong downtrend. The second indicator, which is the Super Trend indicator, is what we're going to use to get our entry signals. You can see here it issues buy and sell signals based off mathematical equations and statistical analysis of the current trend. I really like this one because it literally says buy or sell, nothing else, which is obviously very straightforward. Okay, so that's how our indicators work. Now let's jump into the rules for this strategy. To enter a long trade, we need to see the Madrid ribbon a solid green color. There cannot be any red at all. Then we need the Super Trend indicator to issue a green buy signal. Okay, now that our conditions are met, we can place a buy order on the close of our trigger candlestick. The stop loss will be set here at the Super Trend line, and our take profit is going to be targeting 1.5 times the risk. And just like that, we reach our take profit, so this trade was successful. Now quickly, here's an example of a buy trade which you should not take. We see the Super Trend indicator has issued a new green buy signal, which is good. Also, the Madrid ribbon is a green color, but if you look closely down here, you can see that the ribbon also has a small bit of red. Whilst this is very easy to miss, it means that the market trend is not confirmed and there is still too high of a possibility that the market could be sold short at any moment. This is why we won't be taking this trade. Okay, here's one last example of a buy entry you should take. We see the Madrid ribbon is a full green color with no red. Also, our Super Trend indicator has issued a new buy signal. So, following the rules of the strategy, I'm going to be placing our buy order at the close of the trigger candlestick, and the stop loss will be set at the Super Trend line with the take profit at 1.5 times the risk. Alright, that's long entries done. Now let's understand how to enter short trades. So for short entries, you can probably already guess the rules are essentially the opposite. First, we need the Madrid ribbon to be a solid red color with no green. Then our Super Trend indicator must issue a new red sell signal. Once we're confident the conditions are met, we can place a sell order at the close of our trigger candlestick, and again our stop loss will be set at the Super Trend line. The take profit target we will be targeting is 1.5 times the risk, just like long trades. Perfect, the price action has hit our take profit, so this trade was successful. Okay, so here's a quick example of a short trade which looks promising but isn't quite right. We see the Super Trend indicator has issued a new red sell signal, and the Madrid ribbon is red, but again, if you zoom in, we see that there is hints of green right before our signal to sell, and just crossing into it. Whilst this is almost completely red, it still means there is too high of a potential for the market to go the opposite way we want it to, so we won't be taking this trade. And here's one final example of a short entry. We see the Madrid ribbon is completely red, and the Super Trend indicator has issued a new sell signal. Okay, so that's all there is to it. Hopefully you've understood the rules and are ready to try it out. If you didn't understand anything, feel free to go back and watch it a couple of times. But if you're really unsure, you can always ask in the comments below. I love answering your questions, and you can guarantee if you haven't understood something, other people probably haven't understood it too. Okay, now I'm going to spend a couple of trading sessions compiling trades into the backtester to bring you guys the results. So while you're watching the time lapse of me finding these trades, I thought it best to show you guys the backtester I use. It's called Trader's Edge, and it is by far the best backtester out there. You get to compile all your trades, and it gives you a comprehensive analysis of all your trades. Everything from win rate to profit and loss, as well as profit factors, consecutive wins and losses, and so much more. This is what I use to not only develop strategies, but also test out other people's strategies before I use them with my real money. I can go on to TradingView and just practice trades using the strategies and compile them all in this backtester to decide if it's worth my time and money. If you want to give it a go, there is a link in the description where you can get a free 7-day trial with absolutely no commitments whatsoever. Alright, enough of me ranting, enjoy the time lapse. And just like that, 100 trades have been compiled and backtested. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning, this strategy is designed for small account sizes. So my initial account size was just $100 and it was using our 1 to 1.5 risk reward ratio. So jumping right into the stats, we got a win rate of 62% and our profit across the 100 trades was 71.8%. This means our account grew by 71.8%, which with our $100 means we gained $71.80. For some people that may not sound like much, which it isn't, but you have to remember the account only had $100 in it. If you had $1,000, your profit would still be 71.8%, but with the extra money you have in it, you would have made $718. You can see why the more money you have, the better. But not everyone has this much money to trade with. I certainly didn't when I started, so there is no problem trading with these margins whatsoever. Looking further into our stats, we had a profit factor of 2.45, which is pretty good for a strategy like this. And our most profitable trade was 1.5%. This is because all our trades were 1.5% risk reward, so that won't change. We also had 5 consecutive wins against 3 consecutive losses, and our max drawdown was 2.97. All in all, a very solid strategy to begin growing an account with. You do of course have to remember that the backtester does not account for fees like spreads and generic trading fees, but even so you would still turn a great profit. I definitely recommend you give it a go on a demo account using paper money to practice and master the strategy before using it in live conditions. Once you're confident with it, you can try adding money management systems to maximize your profits. While doing the 100 trades, I noticed a large majority of them could have had their take profit target doubled or even tripled. So I may do a video on that in the future. And with that, this video is wrapped up. I hope you enjoyed it and found value in it. I can't wait for you guys to send me your results and suggestions for optimizing this strategy further. As always, if you have any questions or have a strategy you would like me to test out in a future video, comment them down below.